Hello, Smite fans and Smite viewers, and welcome back. We are about to bring you game number 2 between Deadweight and Llamas in Pyjamas. Of course, my name is Parathus, and again, Link's clone. 58 minutes game. Surely that's got to impact your morale in this game.
Yeah, especially since they're just one after the other, you just become very drained. Especially after all that effort, like they were in the lead, they were doing great early in mid game, and then they just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah,
they walked places. If we had to if you were to win a game via the mileage, they would easily win. But being able to take Phoenixes, sadly, they were rather lacking.
All right, going into picks and bans here. Just a second for you guys. Some things to ban out, as you mentioned at the end of that last game. Tory Skies banning away that Ao Kwong. I believe he went 16, maybe 17 kills at the end of that game. Expect to be seeing that banned away on Deadweight. Raijin, first ban for Llamas in Pyjamas. It's pretty standard ban.
Yeah, around this patch, it's basically been the bans of Raijin and Susanoo. No surprises there. Thor getting banned out by the side of Deadweight. Again, another very stable sort of jungler around this patch. He just does everything a jungler needs to do. He can go around the map extremely easily, has a lot of burst damage, and can really affect team fights.
That tells me, though, that, Kepri banned on the side of Llamas in Pyjamas. It tells me that Deadweight are potentially more scared of Tory Skies on that Thor than he is on that Ao Kwong, which is kind of surprising as well. We're about to see the final ban on Deadweight. Maybe it could be that... No, it's Susanoo.
No, they
Ao Kwong's through again.
You literally have to ban Susanoo. If you don't ban Susanoo, you are literally going to be melted. Athena getting picked up by Llamas. This could possibly very much be a repeat of last game. This could be going to the solo lane for Shurix. He actually did pretty decently. Very well done towards getting at least 3 or 4 people in each team fight.
I think at one point in the game, playing solo Athena, he was 1-1-16, so setting up so much for his team. Potentially, single-handedly, I'm not going to say allowed that game to drag on, but in defense he was fine. In offense, Athena was fine, so expect it potentially to go towards Shurix, but also could be going towards support as well. Hoye and Guan Yu locked in once again on the side of Deadweight. That could go, again, the same duo lane towards Horizon and Weave.
As I said, Weave, he just loves his warrior supports. There is no surprise there. However, Raven being drafted makes everything a lot different, which means that's either going to be a Raven jungle or that's a Raven solo lane, and that's most likely going to force Athena to be going into that support role. So we won't be having a double Guardian start for Llamas in Pyjamas, and I'm so happy about that. So happy.
Yes, no more 58-minute games. Soul locked in for Deadweight. I'm actually really curious to see Llamas locked in for Llamas in Pyjamas. I really want to see it work out for them. I mean, they played it fairly well. They played the Jingwei, Swifty did last game. Rana Barana, again, focus banned with the Shibalonke.
Yes, also, not to mention Agony. He's actually been in past OPL games an extremely good soul player, so do keep an eye out on Agony because he will be bursting you down. Harley getting banned on the side of Llamas in Pyjamas. Ogre was too strong, and Tory Skies, Ao Kwong finally getting banned in the second phase. No more repeat junglers. This is actually going to be a very different game to last time. Hopefully a much shorter game to last time as well.
I'm really interested to see, of course, Neja is the final ban for Llamas in Pyjamas. I'm really surprised to see how prioritized some of these gods are, and they're really making sure that Swifty is played on more of a comfortable god. If you can put him on a mage, high damage mage, such as Scylla or Giannis, I feel it makes Llamas in Pyjamas play so much better as a team, whereas Tory Skies can play, really he can play any jungler effectively, and it doesn't impact that much of the game. Kabrakan locked in for Deadweight. No doubt that's going towards Shred.
Yeah, Shred, that's his comfort god right there. He played it last week in the solo lane, did extremely well with Agony on right, and they were able to get some great positioning. Speaking of positioning gods though, both Anher and Hunt Bats locked into the side of Llamas Pyjamas, completing their lineup.
I kind of like the Anher pick, as Circuit is the final pick on the side of Deadweight. That's going in the jungle. Anher and Humbats, you can impale someone out of the Fear No Evil. It's something they need to be very aware of. But I do like the lineup here, much better than last game. It won't be as long. We'll go into head and jump right into the game here as well, guys. Game number 2. Hopefully it isn't another 58-minute game, Links.
When you mentioned the fact that Humbats could the anti-synergy, if anything, it's more synergy. You basically do the pillar stun inside basically the middle of it, and since they're stunned onto it, they basically are trapped in this perpetual state of it. However, they can also cancel out the Tremors, but if Shred can get off a really nice tectonic shift as well as Tremors in the fight, allows Soul to throw in a Stellar Burst, and Guan Yu just trapping them with Cavalry Charge and the Sunbreaker, we can see Deadweight really outshine Llamas and Pyjamas. Both teams very focused on AoE, grouping people together in team fights.
And it's a pretty standard draft here for Deadweight as well. Shred on that Cabrakan, he is probably one of the best Cabrakan players in the OPL, in my opinion as well. Every time you see him play Cabrakan, it flows so perfectly with him. He pretty much wins in lane as well, as we've mentioned. The Tremors paired up with the Agony Stellar Burst with the wall as well. Weave is going to be playing another one of his comfortable picks on that Guan Yu support. It's very, very in favor of Deadweight, in my opinion.
Yes, however, if they can shut down the Guan Yu support, they have the Athena, so they can easily stop the Tallow Assault in lane during the early game phase when the two supports are in lane. So if they can shut down the Guan Yu support, just keep it out of the entire game, like they did last time, except now they have an even stronger draft in my opinion, I feel like Llamas could possibly win this game.
And Shurix is playing Raven as well. He's not playing that Athena, so it's going to be a very, very different game to last time as well, Lynx.
Yes, now basically the roles are reversed. Now the Deadweight are actually putting the Guardian in the solo role while they put the Warrior back into the... You see the Warrior's more like a staple kind of solo lane.
Can you call Cabrakan a Guardian though? I mean, when you see Shred playing Cabrakan, you see him build the Soul Reaver. He does so much damage. He can build a full Guardian build with an extra bit of damage as well, and he just one-hits everyone. It's crazy.
There is a reason why he's known as the Fat Loki of Smite, that Seismic Crush as well.
Oh, but in our mid lane, Swifty, easy kill there onto Only Good at Solo, who took a little bit of damage, a little bit too much damage, should I say, and the slow provided by that Somersault from the Humbats, and paired up with the Unstable Vortex, with the red pot and the purple pot start for both Tory Skies and Swifty. First blood easily secured there by Llamas.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. So Cat has a bit of a rough early game, and Humbats can really punish that since he has that overhand smash and that red pot, as you mentioned. He was just able to combine that with the Unstable Vortex. Even early on, Unstable Vortex, getting hit by both waves as well as Soulstone and Purple Pot, you are not going to have a fun time. So Cat, not the most tanky of gods, she just got absolutely obliterated.
And I feel as Ogre's going to be playing very similarly, that's a hard word to say, to Tory Skies last time playing that Ao Kuang. Expect her to be potentially building into that Blink relic as well. Blink using that Last Breath ultimate as well, and the Kiss, Cobra's Kiss and the Deathbane combo. Expect her to be playing very, very backliney, waiting for the perfect time to go in.
If Ogre times are right, basically, let's say she catches out Yanis, puts the Kiss onto him, throws Yanis into Agni where there's a Stellar Burst and a Supernova waiting. Over in the duo lane, though, we see a very similar story to last game, Deadweight completely getting outclassed in lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's an on her, and Athena as well, very different to last game. Oh, in our mid lane though, Ogre forced to use the beast to get away from that Fear No Evil. Another ultimate used for the relic. That's a very good trade there for Llamas and Pyjamas. 80-second ultimate for 160-second cooldown on that relic. Very good trade there for Llamas.
Yes, and also, Ogre still has not hit level 5 yet. So he's just going to have to just bide his time, be very patient, farm up that Warrior Tarbai, and just sitting in that backline, letting Agony deal most of the damage to the wave with that Stellar Burst.
I'm interested to see when these ganks are going to come out. We've seen a lot of the ganks come onto solo lane very early on. Tori was playing very aggressive in solo, trying to catch out everyone. We could be looking to see that again on the Humbats, but really, it's a good idea to focus mid, however, because, I mean, Circuit is behind at this point, might as well shut her down into oblivion.
I think this game would be one of the worst games for Tori to try and do that. Bracken being one, tanking two, he doesn't have that same sort of like, I can kill you super easily power as Ao Kuang, because Ao Kuang can execute at 30%. Humbats is more, even he does do a lot of damage, and his passive allows him to get crits on his auto attacks, but he's set using that Fear No Way to set up team fights and then like going in on big team fights. He's not really there for solo pickups.
And also Swifty playing that Giannis, he's going to have that global presence as well as Dagnat playing on that Athena. They have a lot of global presence on the side of Llamas and Pyjamas, so really expect a lot of high-level rotations coming out from them.
Yeah, I've seen in the past, Swifty has played an extremely good Llamas, just using that, both for using the 3 space and time, both for sniping purposes, as well as just getting his team across the map and ensuring they don't lose out on objectives. You can, like, basically really mess with people using, you can, let's say, put the Llamas and the rest of your team onto one side of the map while Athena is, let's say, going to solo lane to help, and then she'll just teleport back over, just because she can.
And also the solo laners will be building teleport. Oh, big fight breaking out here. The Fear No Evil comes down. Weave using that cavalry charge perfectly into the back line. The defender of Olympus comes down onto Swifty. I honestly don't know whose favor that was in. It looked like Llamas doing a lot of damage onto Deadweight, but a lot of ultimates were used on Llamas as well.
I think what should have happened possibly is if Dagnet altered onto Tori Skies there, then they could have had the advantage because essentially you're throwing someone who can just jump on top of you. Athena Defender Olympus, even early on, it hurts so much. It is that massive circle that is very hard to avoid. However, over on the solo lane, we see Tori Skies looking for a possible gank onto Shred.
Tori won't pick it up. He doesn't have the ult. Shred has the tremors online. Look at the damage coming through. Shred doing way too much onto Tori. And that's just, as I mentioned, Shred won't fall down here. There's no way in heck that they're going to get a kill onto Shred playing Cabrakan with Fear No Evil down.
Yeah, especially, I'm interested to see how Shred will play him next patch when he'll actually have the passive applied to himself. That'll be the really fun time. Because he gains actual protection, he gives protections to his allies within a certain radius. But once he has that on him, that'll make solo lane just so much harder for anyone trying to, like, actually burst that Cabrakan in lane.
Is it starting to hit that time, especially in the next patch as it comes in, when Cabrakan does get that buff? Is it about time that teams start recognizing Shred on that Cabrakan and maybe focus banning him as well?
I wouldn't say focus banning, but they do need to keep it in mind. I wouldn't ban our Cabrakan. It's such a weak pick in the
mid lane though. Big fight breaking out. The Fear No Evil comes down. Dagnite push under the tower. Get taken extremely low. The Supernova used defensively there. Good play there from Dagnite, getting a really good taunt, doing so much damage onto Deadweight. Ogre,
and now Runner
feeling
also actually getting pinged out on the map. Like he was, if he could have gone there a little bit sooner, just unloaded that Desert Fury onto Ogre, that would have been the ultimate combination. They need to, like, if they can, like, position it right so that they can allow the Armor to rotate with the Hunt-Bat, that's when we'll start seeing just massive damage numbers everywhere.
I'm just having a look at the two ADCs. I want to see a big boxing matchup come out one of these times. However, Horizon playing on that Hui Yi once again, played it superbly last time. The ricochets were absolutely brilliant as he does hit another double tap, double bounce there. Oh, big fight in the solo lane though. Oh, look at the wall coming through onto Shred. And this is the combo that we've been talking about. Through space and time comes through. Double kill for Shred. Swifty returns it onto him. Just a massive play there. Agony missing that stellar burst, and Dagnit just manages to escape there. But Swifty might actually be in a bit of trouble here. Ogre doesn't have that kiss up for another 4 seconds, so they're just going to take away that blue buff. Easy trade there. Good play there by Shred.
Yes, that's exactly one of the... Dango got unfortunately missed the taunt just by a couple centimeters there, and all they had to do was simply, okay, I'm just going to wall you all three, and he knew Weave and Ogre were ready to come in. They are quite fast gods with both Cavalry Charge and Ogre just having two different abilities to just get around the map nice and quick.
And especially in these really, really tight corridors, expect to see around the Gold Fury fight as well, the wall combo that we've talked about. The wall, the Stellar Burst, Supernova, as well as Weave with the Cavalry Charge stun, as well as the Suns coming down as well. There is so much team fight, these combos based around Shred playing that Cabrakan. It just works so well.
Speaking of Shred, like he's actually the top of the player damage chart with 4,000 damage. The closest one being Tori Skies on the Humbats. He's been landing quite a few nice Fear No Evils, but that's just like the Tremors, the Seismic Crush, as well as the Repulsion Shield just doing their job in harassing in lane. Usually you see like a Raven at the top of these charts, but no, it's actually Cabrakan, which is a massive surprise.
And he is doing that with a Mark of the Vanguard and Silver Breastplate online. He has the damage boots, but as I've said, I don't know how this guy is classified as a Guardian. He just outputs so much damage, and Shred just plays it so well.
Yeah, Shred is the one, I'd say he's the one of the, I think he's the only one I know of in the OPL that actually plays Cabrakan. Cabrakan is such a niche, and he's normally, he can be outclassed if you know what you're doing. The way they have drafted, they've actually overcome the weakness of Cabrakan and allowed themselves to actually use him. They've been using him in both this game and the last week's game as more of a thing to like completely put people out of position and force people to enter fights very unfavorably.
Moving into the 9-minute mark, having a look into our mid lane. Fear No Evil comes down onto Weave, who might be in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't have a lot of that heal come through. Ogre does use that ultimate to try and get his teammates away. Through space and time, did not connect. But this is really good for Llamas in Pyjamas as they set up to maybe take this Gold Fury.
They do need to be careful though, as Soul does have the Supernova, as well as Horizon with the Sunbreaker.
They do need to be very, very careful. Agony gets taunted and the Disapparated form comes through. Good Impale stun coming through from Rana Barana, but Ogre lurking in the background. Doesn't have that ultimate up for another 60 seconds. So Llamas in Pyjamas do have that favorable fight, but they're not going to really take that lead. They're just going to really push these lanes.
And now they're just going to have to reset. That's basically what they have to do. Neither team has that advantage. The Fear No Evil is down. And with Fear No Evil down, Llamas kind of lose their team fight. They do have obviously the Defender of Olympus, but that is their like the keystone of their team fight. And with that being down, they can't really do too much, which is a bit of a weakness in their drafting.
Again, something that I've noticed here with these ADCs, Horizon and Rana Barana have done it this time. They've gone into the attack speed boots. Thoughts on attack speeds on both ADCs here?
It's an interesting choice, simply because both of them have a way to apply pen to each other. Anher in his just passive simply just does extra penetration, while Huey with his Mark of the Golden Crow can apply extra penetration depending on the level of health the enemy god has. So if they can just attack a bit faster, they can basically apply that penetration and still do quite a decent amount of damage, even though they're foregoing about 10, I think it's about 5 or 10 physical power.
Have a look at Ogre just lurking around in this jungle, trying to pick up these left side mid camp. Swifty won't really be able to contest this one as Weave is now looking into the jungle as well. 10 and almost 11 minutes into this game as well. Shrewix has actually rotated around. He has the ultimate, so he can look for a fight here in the mid lane.
And with both Weave as well as Horizon kind of stilling around in the duo lane, this is going to be a very prime time to catch up both either Ogre or Agni. However, Shred has other plans.
Indeed, he does. Supernova comes down. Tori, the through space and time comes through as well. Ogre, again, using that ult just to push away the members of Llamas in Pyjamas. The Circuit pick, is it really working out for Deadweight here?
Currently, they just have to buy their time. Circuit just takes that time to come online.
Yeah. And right especially because she got shut down early.
Yeah, especially as you mentioned, as she got shut down, she has to be very wary of how she enters team fights. And kind of throwing them away is kind of what she has to do for now, until she has like the full reassurance from both Soul and the rest of her team.
12 minutes in. Don't tell me this is going to be another dragged out fight, but as soon as this Gold Fury fights, if one team can take the lead as the taunt comes through onto Weave and the good pillar stun combo, I really like the duo lane drafted here by Llamas in Pyjamas. It really works so well for all the CC combos that they have set up for each other. The dance battle has maybe begun once again. I don't want to be seeing the teams just really lurk around and have this little dance like they did last time. If they're going to fight, actually fight. If not, go and farm.
Yeah, exactly. What I want to see, especially, I just want to see one team, like, if they say, oh, we're just dancing, okay, you guys just, like, head off and farm up from, like, the closest lane while we do this dance, because we're basically wasting lane experience. Like, that could easily allow them to get that little extra advantage, that possible one level up, that extra bit of gold, just that extra little thing that can just push their lead over the edge and finally claim a victory. Gold Fury actually might be started by Deadwood here, as most of the members of Llamas Pyjamas are actually quite far away.
Dag Knight is the only one here. The Suns are coming down. The Supernova as well as Pop Deadweight pick up the first Gold Fury of the game, and it's a good three-man taunt into the through space and time from Swifty, and Dag Knight gets the kill onto Horizon. What a perfect combo there as they are looking to aggress under the tier 2 tower. Weave might be in a bit of trouble here. Good kill there by Swifty and Tori. You couldn't have asked for a better play, and they're looking to pick up their third kill here from Ogre as well. Good taunt there as well. Tori might be a bit safe here, but Shred's teleported in as well. Gets a double kill easily onto Swifty and Tori. The walls come through. Good rotation there from Deadweight and Shred. But, I mean, what a perfectly lined up ultimate there by Swifty.
I'm pretty sure that was 4 people. 4 all getting hit at the same time. That is very unfortunate, but extremely well done, as you said, by Swifty. There's not really much you can do about that. That's just like, that will give tainted minds the post-traumatic stress disorder after land. Yeah. They were just like, no, not the space and time again. That ability, as we said, that is the ability that takes down teams. It seems like no one in the OPL just knows what to do when it comes to the through space and time, unless they're attacking with it.
Honestly, if he had finished off Obsidian Shard, I think that he could have one-hit a few people there. I mean, props to Swifty. I mean, make that a highlight, someone. Make that a GIF.
I don't think that needs to be a proper highlight show in full glory. Shurix possibly going to be found here by Ogre as he jumps into the fray.
Does use that Defender of Olympus, goes right back down, doesn't manage to get the damage from the Defender of Olympus. Shred has no mana here. He actually might be in a bit of trouble himself as he's being aggressed on under this tier 1 tower. Taunt unable to come through here. And it's recognized that they can't pick up the kill, but Tori's here. He has full health, full mana, and has the Fear No Evil. And the blue buff is now picked up here. Shred getting taken out here in just a second. Good 3-man stun there by the cavalry charge, and the taunt is perfect as well. And that is a good through space and time. It doesn't find anyone at this point. Swifty gets a kill with that unstable vortex onto Ogre. In the backline though, Horizon's rotated in, but it's just a bit too late. Doesn't manage to find anyone.
And that could actually plausibly lead to Runner Brian just taking a free tier 1. Horizon will have to run back really fast, he wants to stop it. Luckily, Anho isn't the best at split pushing. He doesn't have any sort of attack speed steroid, and he hasn't been able to fully finish his build, but he's still got quite a decent amount of damage onto that tower.
Speaking of towers, no towers have actually fallen in this game. I would have thought that maybe in the Joy lane, but again, only one objective has been taken. That is the Gold Fury. And expect as we head over into mid-game that a lot of these objectives are going to be really contested here. I want to have a look into the graphs as well. Muchly in favor of Llamas in Pyjamas. 2,300 experience, and the gold is extremely even. That's just due to the fights that they've been having. Also, Deadweight picking up that first Gold Fury.
Yeah, I just want to see, like, what, especially with Deadweight, they need to take advantage of the fact that Soul can just push objectives for days. Even though she is a mage, that unstable manifestation just allows her to just chunk towers so quickly. Even though she's been nerfed since release, she just does it so quickly. It is incredible to watch.
Tier 1 tower. No, they're not even going to aggress it. Just clearing the wave. Building up that little bit of farm. Have a look into our solar lane as well. Shred. Just bringing it to Tori and Shurix. If you're going to gank Shred, make sure you have your entire kit and your entire team up. Now they're looking to take this right side tier 2. Shurix might be in a bit of trouble here. Forced to use the ult, and the Defender of Olympus comes down actually onto Tori instead. And now they're looking to be return this aggressiveness onto Deadweight, should I say. Ogre taken very, very low there. And the beads are coming through onto Swifty. Shred still chasing him down. Swifty forced to use that Sanctuary. Look at the damage coming through from Shred. He's stuck in the tremors, but doesn't manage to find it whatsoever, and the fight is still continuing as there's a good 2-man taunt there. The Desert Fury comes down onto Weave, and Shred forced to back away once again. Still half health after this fight.
A nearly triple bounce Ricochet almost hit Taurus, guys, so that would have easily one-shot him. And Serkan actually in the backline there during that team fight. Shurix was actually able to use that teleport to try and catch him in the backline, but Ogre was just too slippery and was able to get away. This most likely will be a tier 1 tower for Llamas in Pyjamas.
And now Shred's teleported in to try and defend this one. Two words for you, shall I say. Total damage. Shred has cleaned up everyone. Look at the damage charts. I mean, he's completely ahead of everyone in the game.
5,000. 5,000. That's
the difference.
That's a massive number. Especially you have a Yanis, and we saw him land a 4-man snipe, and he is still 6,000 ahead. That's how you know you've been doing your job well as a solo laner.
No doubt. How long till his Gold Fury spawns? Should be up in just a second here. 10 seconds until that one respawns. The ward coverage has now began for both teams here. Has respawned, and that'll be the next objective that these teams are going for. And after they take a tower, oh, Dagnite getting hit by the kiss there, and the Fear No Evil comes down onto Ogre. They don't have the beads up, gets cleaned up there by the crit passive. Ogre playing a bit aggressive there, trying to take on Dagnite, but he didn't know the team was there to back him up. And Dagnite, once again, with a good taunt.
And now that the cavalry charge has been forced out, the only ultimate that are remaining is the Supernova, as well as the Tectonic Shift, and none of them are close enough to even try and get this. This should be a very easy gold here for Llamas in Pyjamas. However,
Deadweight! They take it with the Sun's Horizon, bringing it to Llamas in Pyjamas once again with a perfect steal. Happened in the first game with the Hands of Weave, and now turning around with Horizon. You might have to eat your words there that they couldn't steal it. Deadweight just taking it away.
Yes, Dagnite really needed to be keeping an eye out for Horizon, because that was the ultimate that was going to steal the Gold Fury. And sadly, he was just able to get just close enough just to kiss that Gold Fury, like on the very rim of the area of effect. And now, let's actually have a look at the graphs, as now the actual gold difference is now just slowly going in the way of Deadweight. However, the XP difference, just due to the kill difference, is still very much in the favor of Llamas in Pyjamas.
4-kill difference. Both teams maybe looking to group around this right side Ogre, just trying to pinch a little bit of farm. Shred's level 19 minutes into that game. That is efficient farming for you. Oh, Defender of Olympus coming down as well. A bit early there, should I say. Maybe they were looking for Shred to engage a little bit early, but no. I mean, if it was just to get Athena over there, they could have used it a bit better than that.
And now we will actually be getting the cavalry charge up in literally 1 second. So if they want to dive this tower, they have any easy ways to do it. They do, however, need to be careful. Tory Skies does have the Fear No Evil. So if they are going to aggress, they need to be spread out and ensure they don't get caught in that fear. And 3 space and time has come through from Swifty.
But it is to no prevail as Deadweight pick up the first tower of the game. Horizon being soloed there by Rana Barana, the MVP here. I mean, Rana just half health, and he boxed the Hoi. That's insane.
Well, that's because he just has that penetration passive. Like, that's just simple raw damage numbers ensuring that he can win that fight. Now they're actually maybe looking to possibly push this tier 1, finally actually take a tower for the side of Llamas and Pyjamas and get their advantage back.
But they need to be very careful because Weave and Ogre are lurking in the jungle here. Does get spotted out. Good 2-man taunt once again onto Ogre and Weave. But there's no follow-up just this point in time. Weave gets impaled into the wall with the Fear No Evil taken down very, very low there. Forced to use that cavalry charge once again defensively. Llamas in Pyjamas playing much better than last time. But have a look at our mid lane though. Agony getting cleaned up here. Tory Skies has that overhand smash. Could be looking to get the kill here. But they're playing for these structures and the towers. And they pick up 2 towers in that fight.
Yeah, the Humbats is actually working out really nicely. Last game, Tory did extremely well on the Aquang, and the Humbats is just... I feel like he's been doing a little more in the team fights. Even though he was getting kills last game, this game he's actually been able to contribute, like actually force people into very awkward positions, just setting up that Athena and allowing each other to have really nice synergy.
Right side, we see a big grouping here for Deadweight, but Llamas do recognize it and they completely reset the fight there. They're going to back. Shurik's now level 18. Could be looking to back and finish off a few items here. He's got the Genji's Guard. He also has a Spirit Robe. Doesn't actually have too much physical protections, but that's what is going to be building next. Silver Breastplate is going to be built next.
And we actually have a look at Swifty. He's been able to maintain that 50 duo stack for a long time now, and that's really a sign of the fact that Dagnet, as well as Tory and everyone else on the team, just been allowing Swifty to actually get off these 3 space and times in the backline, come in, and he hasn't really had much of a challenge to deal with. There was one time he got caught out in the very early game, but otherwise he's been absolutely free.
Shred just bringing the aggression, just straight up walks into 3 members of Llamas, goes, "Hi guys, I'm Kabrakan," hits you in the face, and taking down to a quarter HP. I mean, the seismic crush is just crazy.
Well, he has a void story. No wonder. He's literally just going to be, I'm going to walk up to you. Oh, guess what? You have less magical protection now. That's funny. I'm going to hear you.
And he's going to be building into Soul Reaver, that crucial item that Shred likes to build on Kabrakan. If you are thinking he's doing a lot of damage now, still topping the charts, might I add, as soon as he builds that, whew, that's going to be GG for Llamas.
Oh, well, it won't necessarily be GG, but if you can get those crucial things like right now on the tower.
Like, look at the damage coming through from Shred. He cleans up Tory. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, that was one tectonic shift. So currently, he's level 20. You need to remember this. He's level 20 compared to Tory Sky's 17. His ultimate does 550 damage. That's flat.
Oh, have a look at the JDC's Horizon. Gets a beautiful double tap off onto Rana Barana. And that's a 1-for-1 trade again. Horizon returning the favor that Rana Barana did to him a few minutes ago.
And now in the mid lane, they could also easily look to push down this tower since they have both the Soul and the Huyi to be able to split push both lanes equally effectively.
They can do that very, very effectively. Rana no longer available. So Horizon will take the tier 1 tower in the left lane and the tier 1 tower in mid, being aggressed once again by Deadweight to have 4 members up and available to take this one. Gold Fury is up as well, so, I mean, Horizon could be doing that by himself. He has the rest of Deadweight to come over and help him, and Llamas can't really contest this one at all.
Well, currently, actual Giannis does not have the 3 space and time, and with Ogre stealing away Tory's Guy's speed buff, this might be a very easy Gold Fury. However, Shurix is here to make sure, however, he's not able to do anything. That's a free Gold Fury.
Yeah, free Gold Fury with the help of Shred there, using that tectonic shift just for that security and making sure that they can't steal it away, but Shred still looking aggressive to go onto Shurix, just maybe zoning him away. Llamas really can't fight for anything here unless they're going for a tier 2, which is not recommended, as I mean, the entire team of Deadweight is up, and if they're going to really contest a tier 2, they should be have all of their ultimates up and really have a lead at that point.
But now they're actually looking for a very vulnerable tier 1 tower. However, Shred teleporting in to actually just offer up some sort of defense before coming in.
One-man defense, turning it around. The cavalry charges popped on the Dagna. Fear no evil in the back line is also used. Dagna gets cleaned up before he can use that Defender of Olympus. And it's a good supernova, good damage as well applied. Sun's over the wall. Ogre gets a double kill. And Swifty might be in a bit of trouble himself. He can't get through the portal. But he manages to escape just before Shred can clean him up.
They need to be careful though, as the mark of the goal will stun out Swifty. The extension will protect him. Ogre dive in the back line, trying to find something. They're 3 space in time, being forced upon by Swifty. Going through the portal, out of there. Tectonic Shift will be used just to give a bit more spacing. Tier 2 will fall for Deadweight.
But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tori just pushing the tier 2 himself. He can't take it, no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that he can take that one down. He has 1 minion coming through, but the Fire Giant is started up. And he's forced to reset it. This is the easiest Fire Giant of Deadweight's lives.
Not to mention Swifty, he just used the through space in time. They can't use that massive ultimate. However, the Defender of Olympus might try and come, but it's too late. Fire Giant picked up for Deadweight. Now the scoreboard 9-8. However, objectives clearly in the favor of Deadweight. Having a look at our graphs, a 3,000 experience, 5,000 gold. This is a very different game to last time, where Deadweight are very much taking the initiative and just absolutely dominating this game thanks to Shred as well as everyone else.
Total damage again. Shred's still cleaning out the competition. 4,000 damage ahead of Swifty, a level 20 Llamas with fully stacked Doom of the entirety of the game, with an Obsidian Shard, and building into the Tahuti next. That's insane. Shred, as I said, as soon as he's built that Soul Reaver, if you thought he was doing damage before, look at what he's doing now. Still topping the charts for the entirety of this game.
And all that they need to do now is just group up with Wig, push down this mid lane, and just take one of the easiest tier 1s in their life, as they have so much sustain on the lineup. And now Shred just being aggressive as he needs to be on Shurix.
Being very aggressive, but he does reset, however. Neither team wanting to commit at this point. They do have the tier 1 tower still remaining in that mid lane, so they can be looking to go for that next. Shred just looking in the jungle, maybe trying to find some kind of target here. Big 4-man or 5-man grouping here for both teams just for a tier 1 tower. Actually, no, Tori once again split pushing in that right lane. This is an easy fight here. Rana gets hit by the stun from that mark, but he manages to leap away. And the cavalry charges pop. The stun comes through. Ogre in the back line trying to go onto Rana. Does fall down. Shred picks it up. And Dagnet returns the supernova. Is going to get a double kill for Shred. And the tier 1 tower falls down. Defender of Olympus coming down. Tori is the one applied to that one, but he manages to get cleaned up there. Triple kill coming through for Shred with the tremors. Could he go for the quadra here? Looking for Dagnet, who's manages to get away with that preemptive strike. Big team fight there for Deadweight.
Doesn't even matter. Minions are here for midway just at the perfect time. This will be a T2, possibly even a Phoenix. The only man alive for the next 30 seconds is Dagnet. There is no way he can defend this, combined with the Conviction as well as the Radiance of Soul. This actually could be very much GG if they're not careful.
No doubt it's GG. Dagna get pulled into the tremors. You are not escaping Shred. Once more, he gets another kill. Deicide for Deadweight, and they're looking to close out the game here. They have no one respawning for another 9 seconds, and that's going to be Shurix. Look at Shred. He knows he's won the game. He knows that he's 9-1-3. I mean, look at the damage that he's just outputted in that game. GG there for Deadweight as they managed to clean up Llamas in Pyjamas in a 2-0 victory after that 58-minute game. A 27-minute game is very, very rewarding for Deadweight.
Yes, it could possibly just be the morale, I think he's also kind of like the unsung hero in both games. That healing from Conviction, just slowly adding up over time.